Hello, this is Dale, and this is my nightly video blog for Sunday, December 27th. Well, it looks like we're going to end the year very strong as we just take a look here at the positions that I've talked about in the blog just since October 13th. And look at these returns over here that we've had 1, 2, 3, 4 losers out of that whole string, and they're very controlled losers. And that's the way you want to trade. You want to cut your losses short and let your profits run. You say, well, when is it time for me to take my profits? And that's where the Fibonacci extensions come into play. This record is outstanding. It totals 857%. 857% since October 13th. And here's the list of the trades, and these are the trades that I go over every night on the nightly video blog. I hope everybody had a great and a Merry Christmas. Before Christmas, we talked about getting into a couple positions. We wanted to get into the Qualcomm call. We wanted to get into a Gilead Science call. And we wanted to get into a Home Depot put. Well, Home Depot did not move in the direction we were looking for, so we never did get into that. I went ahead and took profits on our second week in January weekly on TLT, where we were buying the 123 put. We got that for 165 and got out on the 23rd at 323, and that's a 96% return. And I'm going to show you exactly how I went through that. A lot of times I can't talk to you about the TLT and the SPY because it happens during the day, and by the time we get together and talk at night, that move has already been made. What I'm hoping that as I go through these weekly trades often with you, that you know what to look for and you're able to profit from these. And that's the first thing I want to talk about tonight. Remember, Options Infinity is not a licensed broker or a registered investment advisor. These are not recommendations to buy or sell. Information and videos found on this site are for educational purposes only. The one action we have tomorrow is, I think it makes sense to just jump out of our JNJ February 110 put, and that's if it continues to go up. If it has a down day on Monday, you might just want to hang in there a little bit with the JNJ. But if it shows a little bit of strength, I think it makes sense to jump out of there, and I'll show you exactly why I want to do that. First thing we want to look at is our TLT. Now, in the nightly video blog, I talked about that we were overextended here on the shorter term look, the 15-minute chart. It was almost up to the +2 on the regression channel, and it had gone to the 161 on the Fibonacci extension. So we kind of knew that at this point it was either going to pull back, consolidate, or actually change direction. So we were on the lookout for a put on TLT. And then I talked about it again as it came down, and I said if it comes past here, we've got a measured move to the downside, and it did indeed do that. The next day you could have got in right around 10 o'clock, right at TLT at a level of 122.69. Then if you take a Fibonacci extension on this first measured move, it came all the way down to the 261, and it was below the -1 on the regression channel at that time. You know that is an excellent time to take profits. And that's the way you trade the weeklies. So we got in here as soon as it made a measured move. We got in with a put, And then when it was all the way down here to the 261 and the -1 on the regression channel, you take profits, and you can see that indeed it got down to that level and it's starting to move its way back up. This is the way you trade the weeklies. I really focus on this shorter term chart, and the three things I'm looking at are the regression channel, measured moves, and then exiting when the Fibonacci's are overextended. Again, the regression channel is the green lines are the +1 and -1 on the standard deviation, and then the gold lines are the +2 and -2 of the standard deviation. This tells us when it is oversold and then overbought. Then when you put the Fibonacci extensions on here, it gives you a good idea as to when to get out, and the measured move is what kicks it all off. It's this combination that is very powerful. Now, at the same time this was going on TLT, SPY was doing a similar thing, and you can take a look at SPY. Came all the way down here to the -2. There's your measured move right here. There's the measured move. It was after hours, so you wait till about 10 o'clock. The next day, you could get in here, and then it went all the way up here to the 261 and very close to the +1 on the regression channel. A great place to take profits. So you're getting in right down here around 202.29 and getting out right here around 205.29. That's a huge move on the weekly options, and it happens time and time again, where the combination of the standard deviations in the regression channel, the measured moves, and then getting out when it gets overextended with the Fibonacci extensions. Okay, let's take a couple look at our directionals. The first one was we were looking to get into trying to get into a put on Home Depot, and you can see it went to the opposite direction. And I always say, if we have a ready set and it goes opposite from that, don't get in. Just hold tight. And we didn't get into Home Depot and have saved some money. The ones that I did like are Qualcomm. We got into a Qualcomm call right here, and it's continuing to move up. Ribbon's looking good. And we also have a Gilead Science call, as we had a ready set go here, and it continues to move up. The ribbon looks good. We continue to hold on to a Disney put, and you can see that the Disney put has made a large measured move down here. The ribbon's going down strong. Even though we had a stronger day here on Friday, I think our Disney put, we want to continue to hold on to that. Now, Johnson & Johnson, I think we want to go ahead and exit. Even though it's overbought and the money flow was starting to come out, it did give a ready, set, go, but then it turned around, and let me blow this up a little bit. You can see that the 5 and the 8 actually came down and did not cross over the 13-day exponential moving average. It trampolined off, and I think this is an excellent time to jump out of our Johnson & Johnson put. And this is how we control the loss portion. There are going to be losers, and when we have a loss it's going against us, you can quickly recognize that, and you jump out and you wait for another day. Those are what we've got. So we currently have a call in Gilead Science, a call in Qualcomm, and our put in Disney, and those are the three directionals we're going to hold on to. You want to go ahead and exit your Johnson & Johnson. Now, if it goes down on Monday, you might just want to hold on to that. But if it shows a little bit more strength, get out. Let's just go ahead and get out. Continue to watch the SPY and TLT. Right now, I think it's going to take a while for them to start moving in the opposite direction. But I kind of went over the 3 steps of what you want to do, and you just keep watching those. Like I said, a lot of times the moves happen during the day, and by the time we get together in the evening, I can't go over those for you. Now remember, on our theta trade, we're not going to have a theta trade here for a while as we look at the RUT, and we'll be looking out to February. There are still 53 days, and I like to get around 40 days before expiration. But let's just take a quick look at the RUT. At this point in time, what I see is that the Arun indicators are both heading down, and that's a great time to put on an iron condor. However, we're going to continue watching this for another probably week and a half, and maybe the first week in January of 2016 we'll go ahead and get a trade. But if we were putting a trade on today, I'd be looking at an iron condor. Just something to keep in mind, and keep watching this as we get closer to the time when we want to put on a trade. That's what you want to do. You want to analyze this and then kind of watch it for a while and see if your analysis is doing what it should do. And that's my blog for tonight. Come on back tomorrow night. Bye bye now.